I was born in it.
Well, the third week is pretty much out the way. And I must tell you guys, true and true, the Dallas Cowboys. Baby, when I tell you we are where we at, we are where we at right now. And ain't nothing we can do about it. Let's get it. The name. It's Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, be sure to tell that like button to lean forward just a little bit. Troy Aikman will be calling this game tonight, by the way, Cowboy Nation. And we just still got to stay centered. Got to stay on the groove, man. For the time, baby. Really appreciate everybody for jumping in.
Participant in the conference.
Let's go.
All participants are muted.
They really say ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Law Nation groove? Come on. As the room fill up, be sure you're listening in to absolutely nothing but the best. Imitated but never duplicated, second to none. This your boy, your brother from another mother, Law Nation. Let's go, baby. Come on. It's game day, baby. It's game day. Who you got? Let me see some blue hearts. Well, blue and silver hearts in the chat, because there's another blue team that we will be playing tonight. Come on.
Because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
Let's get it, Cowboy Nation. One way or another. Come on. Sharing is caring, baby. Game night, baby. Come on. What's up, Eric? I see you, fam. On the Facebook, see Nick, what's good? Somebody gonna say go Birds. I knew it. I thought that I was gonna go a day. I thought I was gonna go a day without seeing some birds in the chat. But man, I see it now. I see it now. Let me know my audio. Maybe I'm too loud. Here we go. I thought I was going to go a day without seeing the birds in the chat, man. But shout out to the birds, man. God, dog. Them birds cooking up over there. I said, man, first it was Kirk Cousins. Then I was like, all right, maybe it's Kirk Cousins. Then they sacked Carson Wentz 1,000 times. But, hey. Shout out to y'all, because y'all already know the football season is long, not short. And we'll find out down the line, you know, how everything can hold up. It ain't cold yet, so put that smile down somewhere. Shout out to you, Eddie Cruz. Appreciate you for jumping in. So I got audio from 1310 The Ticket of Troy Aikman talking briefly about Cooper Rush, of course, talking about Micah Parsons. And it is what it is at this point, Cowboy Nation. We started off stumbling, right? Team looked sloppy week one. And then week two, we looked good for 2 quarters. And then, you know, it kind of waned on us on the third and the fourth quarter. And then now we got this day. Normally it would take about around 4 to 5 games till you really get a count or a real live pulse of what this team should be about, right? But the reality of it, Cowboy Nation, other teams, we sitting there like, all right, cool. other teams are doing their thing. What about my boys? You can't sleep on this defense, though. You can't. Right now, amongst all of the NFL teams, the Cowboys are ranked 8th on the defensive side, right? And I don't think that you want to bring home and say, okay, yeah, man, we 8th ranked defense between the 2 games that we played, which was okay, right? Right. 8 ranked defense. I mean, what you want, you know? Shout out to Bad Dog, man. We did a show with him earlier. What was it, Friday night? Shout out to him. I can't wait to play against the Eagles. I mean, not the Eagles, the Giants. Well, I still can't wait to play against the Eagles, the Washington, and the Giants. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I can't wait to see those guys. But the reality of it, Cowboy Nation, we only can play who's in front of us right now. And tonight are the Giants. What's y'all score prediction? What's y'all thoughts, man? Put it down in the chat. Let's listen.
The interesting thing is, I think it's a great job. I think most people listening to this would probably say, yeah, being a backup quarterback in the NFL is a great job until you have to play. And then, and the reason I say that, most backups want to play, but if you're one of those, like Cooper Rush has been, when you do get the opportunity to play, you better play well. Because if you don't, then you're out of a job, and you may not get another job somewhere else. Because if the team doesn't feel like they can win if they have to go to you, then they're looking to replace you. So last year when he came in against Minnesota, it was fantastic. He played exceptionally well. Tough place. I mean, of course, having to play on the road and then to come off the bench is a good thing for him when it happens this early in the season, is he's gotten all those reps in training camp and then, of course, in the preseason. So it's not like he's gone a couple months without getting much work. But I was impressed, and it's obvious that the team really likes him. You can tell by the way players respond to questions that he's respected, he works hard, and they've got a lot of confidence and trust in him. So that was nice. But let's be honest. I mean, they won because of the defense and how well they've been playing. And I would expect a lot of the same as far as how the defense looks this week against the Giants.
All right, so that is the mighty Troy Aikman on Cooper Rush. And then he said, to be honest, hey, this defense been playing out of its mind. So the defense been our creme de la creme. The defense been our pretty much end-all, be-all. It is all about the defense. And the greatest marriage to every defense will be the running game. Let me repeat. The greatest marriage to all defense will be the running game. You run the ball, baby. That preserves your defense. I go back to this right here. Week 1, the Cowboys averaging 5.2 yards per tote from Ezekiel Elijah Elliott, right? And we look back at those moments and say, all right, if the Cowboys manage to pump the brakes just a little bit on throwing the ball, didn't you guys know 5.2 times 3 is first down, right? It will create more opportunities for your running game to be able to run first to set up the pass. And if you don't do those things and you see that you're averaging said amount of yards running the ball, hear me out, put the butter knife down. Then it would in return elevate the defense. Why? Because time of possession. You can't have your team to expect to win like what we won last week when you have your defensive backs and your players collectively with 70 or more plays. That's when injuries occur. That's when fatigue makes cowards of us all. Shout out to Jimmy Johnson for that saying, and I know he pulled it from someone else. But fatigue makes cowards of us all. Y'all be sure to hit that like button, share this content. So what needs to happen now is, of course, the quarterback need to do his thing, right? He was 19 for 32 last week, or 19 for 31, something along that way. That's still not gaudy numbers that you would say, okay, he was making every throw. But But what you want to do is lessen that, because you don't want Cooper Rush slanging it all around the field. What you want is your running back to eat a chunk of that, and you want to erase 60 to 70 plays from your defense by running the ball. Shout out to you, Paul Smith. Good morning to you as well. Nicole, appreciate you for jumping in. Manny says Law Nation stands up. Let's listen to more of what my guy Troy Aikman, who I believe, in my eyes, the greatest Cowboys quarterback of all time. In my eyes. And then is Roger Staubach. But that's a story of another day, right? I gave y'all guys my stance on this. Let's fast forward to round 6 o'clock.
Weekly football visit with Cowboys Hall of Famer Troy Aikman here on the ticket. You mentioned how good the defense has been for Dallas to start the season. Micah Parsons is some kind of force of nature to behold, isn't he?
Oh my gosh, he's. I love everything about him. I mean, he's a great player, so Cowboys fans can rejoice in that. And there's a lot to like from that standpoint. But just, I've gotten a chance to visit with him. We see his interviews. He loves the game. He loves being around his teammates. He's real pleasant. I mean, everything about him, you just say, man, this guy's pretty incredible. And it's obvious that he's a real leader within the locker room and within the defense. And he's off to a great start, not surprising based on what he did last year. But I know that these offensive coaches, when they get together on Monday and they start game planning for that week's game, when you are going up against a pass rusher like Micah or a player that's as versatile as he is, it's a lot like when Lawrence Taylor was in his prime. That,
hey, Bad Dog, I know you're in the chat. Hey, now I didn't say it. Troy Aikman said it. He said it's a lot like Lawrence Taylor. Hey. I know Bad Dog sort of like, Bad Dog, I didn't say it. Now, I didn't say it. That was Troy Aikman. He said it's a lot like Lawrence Taylor. Now, granted, my thing is with Parsons is that they don't isolate him to one side of the field. And I'm not saying that Lawrence Taylor was, right? But they look at Parsons as the unique weapon, as he got the machete when he need to use it. He got the damn pocket knife when you need to use it. He got the machine gun when you need to use it. Like for real. Lawrence Taylor, beast, animal, dog, monster for what he did for the Giants, right? But what Troy is said, and let me rewind just a little bit. He said it's it's kind of similar. Not the same, but it's kind of similar.
Defense, and he's off to a great start, not surprising based on what he did last year. But I know that these offensive coaches, when they get together on Monday and they start game planning for that week's game, when you are going up against a pass rusher like Micah or a player that's as versatile as he is, it's a lot like when Lawrence Taylor was in his prime. That the first thing these coaches do is try to figure out, okay, how do we block this guy? And then everything for that game plan comes off of that. And they put all the different scenarios of where he lines up, what he could possibly be doing, and what protections they have, and how are we going to handle him. And so when you become the focal point of an offensive game plan, the way that he has in such a short period of time, and yet here he is having the numbers that he's having, I mean, it really tells you just how dominant this guy is.
All right, so here's the thing is with Parsons, short period of time and, a whole bunch of Parsons, I know a lot of people were reading the clippings saying, hey, man, this dude hurt. He's got a flu, a cold, sick, C19, C20. We don't know what this man got. A cold don't last that long. It don't last from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, until all the way Monday. but I'm quite sure that there were a third of the Giants people thinking, hey, man, this dude will not show up, man. This dude, we don't need to see number 11 out there, right? But Parsons already was on the plane. He's already in Giants area, and he can't wait to suit up and play tonight. And, of course, I looked at the Giants front, and I looked at what the Giants gave up. He's going to deliver the pressure. He will.
So it's been impressive, and it's been great to see. It's pretty incredible. Now, had they have gotten the guy, I think they probably take Pat Surtain, who's at Denver now, the corner, if he had been available. And that would have been a great pick. Pat Surtain's one of the best corners already in the game as well. But it is interesting when you look at the history of the NFL and times when you didn't get this player and then you, quote, unquote, had to settle for this one, and then what that guy goes on and does. And so can't imagine Micah not playing for the Cowboys or being with any other team, and he's just been outstanding.
So he has been compared to a number
Oh, wow. Appreciate you, David. Thank you for the super chat. He says, Micah just want to be Micah and nobody else. In 10 years, people are going to compare the upcomings to the D-back to him. Okay. So just like, and I appreciate you, David, for the super chat. Appreciate you, man, so much, man, for it. You guys listen to what David just said, though, basically, is that Parsons just going to be Parsons. And the whole factor of, hey, it's LT, it's going to be MP. MP going to have a ring to it. You know what? Somebody need to go ahead and get that MP merch out the way. MP hats, MP jackets. Hey, man, Michael Parsons, I'm going to hit you up, dog. Don't y'all beat me to the chase, but if y'all do, y'all can split it with me. Just give me 10%. I don't ask for much. MP hats need to be out right now. MP this, MP that, MP this, and MP that, because it's about to get crazy. It is. It's about to get crazy with all of this good stuff that's coming around. Let's listen to more of what he have to say.
Of dominant linebackers like Lawrence Taylor. And from what I remember from way back in the day, there were some teams, including the Cowboys, seems like I remember Landry talking about this, that sometimes the best way to attack them, especially with the run, is to go right at them.
Right.
That sounds crazy, but from an offensive perspective, how would you protect from him, and how would you try to?
All right, we got another super chat, man. Appreciate you. Hotel says Dallas 24, New York Giants 17. Put me down, Law. 4 sacks and 1 INT. Woo! I got you, man, Hotel. I got you, man. I got you right here, bro. I got the book of law right now. I'm putting that down. If that happened. Oh my gosh, man. If that happened, 24-17. I'm gonna send something your way. 24-17. 4 sacks. I think we can get more than 4 sacks and 1 INT. But if you saying that MP is going to do that, then that's a whole another lane of talking right there. But here's the thing. Let me rewind to what they were saying. Here's the thing. Let me rewind because I got a solution to this.
Off of that, and they put all the different scenarios of where he lines up, what he could possibly be doing, and what protections they have, and how are we going to handle him. And so when you become the focal point of an offensive game plan, the way that he has in such a short period of time, and yet here he is having the numbers that he's having, I mean, it really tells you just how dominant this guy is. So it's been impressive, and it's been great to see. It's pretty incredible. Now, had they have gotten the guy, I think they probably take Pat Surtain, who's at Denver now, the corner, if he had been available. And that would have been a great pick. Pat Surtain's one of the best corners already in the game as well.
True that.
But it is interesting when you look at the history of the NFL and times when you didn't get this player and then you, quote-unquote had to settle for this one, and then what that guy goes on and does. And so can't imagine Micah not playing for the Cowboys or being with any other team, and he's just been outstanding.
We all like Parsons. No matter of fact, all of you guys love Parsons. And shout out to you, my guy, man, from D. Jackson State, man. Appreciate you, fam. Lord, thank you, man. D, I love, man. JSU doing their thing. I think, just like the movie Butterfly Effect, is that Parsons on another team may not be Parsons of what we see. Right? Parsons on this team is all that we know because of what's around him. Not saying what's on the field, but Dan Quinn. Right? I think that perfect relationship matters, of Dan Quinn taking out quality time and inserting his philosophy and his unique ways of utilizing Parsons. Right? Because when you look at everything, hey, Pat Surtain, y'all know I love DBs. And Pat Surtain, he's no one to sneeze at. If Surtain was on this team, who knows? Maybe we'd have a shutdown secondary. Diggs on one side, Roll Tide, right? And then you would have the likes of what we seen out of Surtain on the other side. And it may be someone else eating off of that front that we don't know of. But I can tell you right now, Parsons is in the perfect place. Think about the other guys that helped Parsons out. Charles Haley spending numerous hours with him, and he's putting that in his bag, right? Leon Lett working with him with numerous hours. He's putting that in his bag, right? So it's not just a one-time type of situation, whereas Parsons, if he went to the Texans or if he went to another team, maybe the Cleveland Browns or whoever, or wherever he would have went, maybe even to the Giants, who knows? Parsons wouldn't have been Parsons. We got to give credit to the collective.
So he has been compared to a number of dominant linebackers like Lawrence Taylor. And from what I remember from way back in the day, there were some teams, including the Cowboys, seems like I remember Landry talking about this, that sometimes the best way to attack them, especially with the run, is to go right at them.
Right.
That sounds crazy, but from an offensive perspective, how would you protect from him, and how would you try to attack him with the run game?
Well, it's a little bit like DeMarcus Lawrence. I think, that's been the impressive thing about him over.
Hey, before he go into a conversational piece with that, you can't do that. You can't. Why, Law, do you have any truth to this? That's the reason why Parsons line up everywhere. You can say, all right, I'm going to run right at him. Well, now Parsons is on the other side. So now you got to do your whole shift in line to the opposite side. Okay, now we're going to run to that side. Now Parsons is lined up in A-gap. There's not a defense there's not an offense that can change just like that. And it's predicated upon where number 11 is lined up at. That means that we already got them, right? You can't say, okay, I'm going to run right at Parsons, right? If he's on the field, we're going to run right. It will destroy your offensive strategy. But let me listen to what Troy is saying about DeMarcus Lawrence.
For the years is that for a guy who had been rushing the passer the way that he was at the time when he signed his contract, he still played the run as well as anybody in the game, and that's, I don't want to say that's unusual, but there's some truth to that a lot of the great pass rushers have such speed that running away from them isn't going to do anything for you because they just run you down, and so they try to then put two guys on them and run at them and feel like that's the way to go. And for some, that was the way to go. But it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition, and so I just haven't seen any holes in Micah's game.
Oh my God, I love that. Let him roam, baby. Jay Lombardi, yeah, let him roam. Oh my gosh, man, that line, let him roam all the way around, baby. Yeah, let him, not let him hang. Let that man roam. Shoot through the A or B. Oh, so here he got C for forever. Yeah, hook to flat. Let him do it. Keep the opposition guessing.
From what I've watched, and so yeah, you can try it all and see what happens. I just advise just getting four hands on him is what I would suggest. I mean, there was one play last week where he wasn't even blocked. You know, can you imagine being Joe Burrow and dropping back and it's like, I don't know what exactly the protection was. You know, sometimes
this was the name of that protection.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
There's so much that happens, of course, within one single play that it's hard, and we're having to do this in the broadcast booth in real time. That it's not always easy to see. Okay, should this have been picked up, or should the quarterback have gotten the ball out? But I will assure you that anytime Micah Parsons is the free rusher, you know, someone didn't do their assignment, you know, because they got to have somebody blocking him, especially when he's on the end of the line like that.
So next Monday night, it's Cowboys and Giants. It's your only Cowboys game on the regular season Monday night schedule. What have you seen in these 2-0 Giants?
I've seen a team that's pretty fortunate to be 2-0. Defensively, I don't want to say they're like the Cowboys, because I think the Cowboys I do believe the Cowboys overall are a far better team than what I've seen of the Giants. Offensively, they're just struggling. I think the offensive line's a work in progress. The whole team is, I guess, for that matter, and that's what happens when you have the turnover that they've had at the head coaching position. That you bring in a new head coach, and the players who you thought you were building with last year are no longer of interest to the new coach and the new regime. And then you're starting that process all over, and it's pretty amazing just how far the Giants have fallen. And I used to do a lot of Giants games, and then the last couple of years, I think I've only had them on Thursday nights, and so I haven't seen a lot of them. But I know in the times I've gotten ready, I just said, man, this team. I know the Maras are flabbergasted at what's happened to this organization and how few games that they've been able to win. But I like Dable, and for them to be able to win two games when they've really struggled on the offensive side of the ball, the defense has done, has kept them in these games and has basically won these games. But to be able to win two games when you're starting out as a new staff, I think goes a long, long way. And they had a lot of cap issues coming into this season. They probably weren't able to be as active. Well, I know they weren't. They weren't able to be as active as what they probably would have liked. And it's basically, let's get through 2022 and then get some cap space, figure out the quarterback situation, and start building this thing. But here they are, and they're 2-0. So you start to gain some confidence as players. And we'll see. I'll be interested to see how this game goes, because, like I said, I do feel that Dallas is a lot better in so many areas, and Dallas plays Tampa, obviously a team that is expected to do a lot. Cincinnati, who just came off the Super Bowl, and they've been in those games with a chance to win, and here they are 1-1. I think New York, although I expected more out of Tennessee, but now they're 0-2. I just don't know what exactly New York has, but I don't think it's a lot.
You got to see him up close on this past Monday night. How impressed were you with the Eagles?
Man, why you gonna bring this up, man?
Really impressed. It's you just can't play the position any better than what he did that night. And I think we talked about it a little bit last Thursday that it was obvious to me watching him week one against Detroit that he had spent a lot of time working on things in the off season. And then in talking with coaches, he's a pretty tireless worker, and so he has the makeup that you really have to have if you're going to be a franchise quarterback. And so I watched him in that Week 1 game and thought he did a lot of really good things, and then he comes into this game and was flawless. I mean, he just was incredible, and I think it's legit. I mean, I think they're good. I do think they're good. I think they're well coached.
Stop saying that, Troy.
Firepower now offensively with the trade for A.J. Brown, and they've got a good offensive. On offense, they're solid at every position. I mean, there's not really any weaknesses on that offense. And then I like, they're getting a little long in the tooth in some positions on defense, but I like them overall. But I do think they're well coached, and they're going to be tough.
Troy off.
They're going to be really tough within this division. And Jalen Hurts, if he can play anywhere close, not that you can go out and play the way that he did on Monday night, but if he can play anywhere close to that and do the things that he's currently doing through 2 games, then, yeah, they can play with anybody.
All right, let me cut Troy off, man. He talking too good about those Eagles. But I'm just playing. That was the end of that interview, basically. Here's my thoughts on this. The Eagles, and this is before the last night game. So this interview was shot that Saturday or that Friday. So last night, shoot, Jalen Hurts looked even better than what he looked the week before. So, hey, it is what it is. Shout out to the Eagles. Shout out to for what Jalen Hurts is doing out there. And right now, I'll be a fool to say, hey, man, the Eagles are the Eagles right now. They are the number 1 team in offense. And their defense right now, based upon the first 3 games, they are the number 3. They're the 3rd-ranked defense. So number 1 offense and the number 3 defense in the National Football League based off of these 3 games that's played. Now, the season is long or what have you, but shout out to them for what they're doing for right now. That at least bring in some valid points to our division, because they always say the NFC least, right? So we gotta make sure we hold that tonight. The Cowboys better make sure we hold that ground tonight to let them know that the NFC is a very competitive division, what have you. So let's continue to pump that up. What I'm going to do is I got some audio of Stephen Jones that I can play, but what I want is to hear from you guys. Let's make it quick. And when you call in, have your points all ready together. We ain't here to have a long conversation, right? That's why I'm starting off early today. We're not here to have a long conversation. So the phone line is 657-390-7391. That's the hotline. So even if you are a Giants fan, you want to call in and spit your mind about what your team can and can't do, 657-390-7391. And let me see if I can pin it to the top of the screen there. And let's be respectful too, of people time. Let's not have a whole monologue. This is meant for open discussion. And I'm going to pin what Jay Lombardi posted right there, 657-390-7391. One of the things that I want to talk about before we pick up the phone lines is this right here too, as y'all grab your seat. Here's the thing. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I got numerous people hitting me up saying, hey, Law, how about this, Law, if we go ahead and move Tyler Smith in at guard? Well, didn't we learn from last year? If it's not broke, please don't fix it. This dude is on a roll right now. And he's on a roll like Cottonelle. He was made for this. S-H-I-T. You know what I'm saying? But if you try to say, okay, all right, I'm going to kick him back inside and move a 40-year-old Jason Peters into the mix, then you don't know what that do with his confidence. And last I checked, Jason Peters wasn't in the game plan or the flow or the philosophy of what the Cowboys are going to do for 2022. He was a guy that was picked up for break glass in case of emergency. Let's not get greedy, Cowboy Nation. Let's use common sense. If you break glass now and insert them in there, what are you doing? You're trying to get too cute. You build enough foundation with with Tyler Smith to play left tackle, and I'm quite sure you should be thinking future. You shouldn't be thinking, all right, what about the now moment? Think future. Right? The dude is playing out of his mind, and what you don't want to do while I'm setting up everything is to tarnish that by kicking him back inside and sullying his growth. You don't want to do that. Let me see if I can get this together. All right. Bam, I got it right here. Let me go right here. And boom. All right, so here it is. Get out the way, Jerry. All right, here it is. Left tackle, Tyler Smith has allowed a total of 3 pressures and 1 hurry through 2 games, according to PFF. Of course, if you want to go back in that, you can go back and watch the film for yourself, and you can literally see a total of 3 pressures and 1 hurry. To contextualize this, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Peters, in a stretch of 2 games, didn't do better than this last year. Of course, he was playing for the Bears. So if you just take the man out of his element and then insert Jason Peters, who is to say that he will play up to the level that Tyler Smith is playing right now? So let's not outthink this, Cowboy Nation. Please, let's not do that. All right, so that's my thoughts on it. You know, if you guys want to talk about that, you can. All right, so let's go with my guy, Coach AJ.
What's up, Loss?
Nothing to it, Chief.
It's a nice day.
Yeah,
it's a damn nice day.
Hell yeah. Let's get it. Yeah.
So the first thing I would say is, yes, you don't move that young man. Why would you sully or bring some 40-year-old to tell him he's going to pimp the young guy when it's just a matter of 3-4 months? You'd be ready to get rid of him if the other Smith comes.
Right.
And I don't think you move him even if the other Smith come back, because
right.
At some point we got to say bye-bye to Mr. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everybody loves, the old vet and all that, the good guy, because he signed a long-term contract and never really got what he should have got.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all fine and dandy. We got to move on. It's time to move on.
Yeah.
Just like the idiots that say, oh, well, I want Cooper Rush now over Dak Prescott. Have you been smoking? You got to be doing something, Smokey. Put it down. Because this guy got 2 stars. He hasn't
smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
And you cannot do that to yourself.
No, you don't want to do that.
There's a hurricane coming. As Bush said, you fooled me once. Hold on. How did I get that wrong? He said, you fooled me once. And then he kept saying it.
Right.
So don't be a fool.
Right.
Take your lump. You have to put your rookie out there, and everybody at the beginning of the season, we don't need to play him. Guess what? This dude's better than you thought. He's actually playing better than the guy Cross. He's playing better than the guy from New Orleans and the guy from the Jets. So I guess he wasn't as bad as so our draft wasn't a bust on that.
Right.
Now, can we do good tonight? I think we can. We just got to run the ball, take care of the ball, get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully our wideouts like C.D. Lamb catch the ball, wherever it's thrown, his radius, he get the grab and hang on to the ball.
Hang on to it.
We're going to win. I think we're going to win 21 to their 14. They ain't scored no more than 20 points, and they got to keep it close for themselves. So we just don't need to turn it over.
Physicality, man. Physicality is what we've been banging on the table all off season. So let's bring it.
Yeah, and we got that. We got some nasty dudes. Our secondary love to hit.
Yeah.
Donovan Wilson will hit you no matter what.
Which one of y'all did hit me? Yeah.
He holding up the bank hitting you. I mean, he just like to hit.
Yeah.
So you might as well get him a new nickname, Hitman Wilson.
Yeah,
Bring him on.
Hitman.
Yeah.
Shoot, he coming for blood.
He does his thing with it. And then if Parson is healthy enough to bring the original Parson, he'll do well tonight.
Right.
Can't see them blocking him. And D-Law always play well against the Giants. So let's just keep doing like we normally do. Don't turn it over. And then the controversy with Jerry Jones, he like you said, he's 4 people. You know, he says he got to be the sales guy. He's got to do the marketing. He got to do GM. He got to do his ownership. And he's trying to make money on every part of it. But he knows in his right mind, hey, Cooper Rush, you didn't cut Dak Prescott to put him on the practice squad. You didn't do that to him. He came out and started, and you won those games. Cooper Rush has only played in 2 games, folks.
2 games.
And I'm hoping he plays some more.
Yeah, we wishing him all as well. But to get to the formula is still the same. Run the ball.
Yeah. Run the ball. We need a big night out of Zeke, man. We got to get this guy going. And it seems like they're at the point where they don't want to get him going. We're only going to give him 10 rushes, 12. He's got to have a rip so that way they can't get him out. And hopefully Zeke don't be putting his hand up like he's ready to come out. I was that coach. I'd be like, hey, dog, you got $90 million. You just stay on out there. You know, I'm going to use you like we used DeMurray. How many rushes? He led the NFL in rushing per attempts per game. We got to do something to keep this going, and we ain't building nothing yet.
No doubt, Coach. I appreciate you, Coach. Thank you so much for calling in.
Hey, have a beautiful day.
Oh, yeah, we will. Hey, see me a little later on tonight, man. Call in if you can. All right. Salute, Coach.
Yeah, I will. Thanks.
That's good. That's a good call for Coach. All right, I got some information from Michael Gelkin. Offensive lineman Jason Peters is among 3 players who Cowboys are expected to bring up today from the practice squad for tonight's game against the Giants. Quarterback Will Greer is one. Tight end Sean McEwen is another. 2 standard elevations allowed per game. So one must be signed to the 53-man roster. So if I'm a betting man, it will be Will Greer probably will be signed to the 53, or it could be Sean McEwen. Those are the 2. But then again, it could be my guy Jason Peters. Now, one thing I would like to say to you guys, my stance is my stance. What the Cowboys do is on them. It's on them. If they want to elevate Jason Peters because pay attention. In practice, I did note that he was playing right tackle, left tackle, and they moved him inside as guard. So he will be your swing guy regardless. Right? But if the Cowboys open up tonight and they say, all right, we elevating Jason Peters at left tackle, and they're going to slide my guy Tyler Smith back inside as guard, I'm not going to say anything negative about it. I just say, hey, they better know what they're doing. Just like when I banged on the table and said, do not move Terrence Steele to left tackle. Let him continue to grow and develop at right tackle. Just a year removed from being an undrafted rookie that was signed. That a lot of people were banging on the table, said that he was the worst thing that God ever made as it relates to a tackle. And we seen how this storyline went. But let me add in Coach Marv to the table. He always got some good insight about this. From the 803, Coach, you live.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
No doubt. While Coach step out of his executive suite, I want to let you guys know that this dude about to lay down the law. This is lay down the law segment, man, with Coach Marv, because I truly believe he's going to give us some good insight about this right here.
Yeah, the law. I was going to wait till this afternoon to try to talk to someone, but talk on here. But you kind of interest me when you talk about this offensive line thing. I may have a little different point of view on this than you have. The question is not about Jason Peters and Tyler Smith, right? Mm-hmm. The question is Tyler Smith and Jason Peters better than Farniok?
Okay.
Because you don't, even though Farniok is playing well, if it blows up with Farniok and he start having problems at the guard position, he will kill the running game, and he may kill your quarterback. I think we very undervalue the guard position until it looks bad, and then we say, oh, man, guard is important.
Yep.
especially when you talk about. I'm not saying Farniok is not good, but to maximize the potential of your offensive line, and this.
I think, Coach, before you go into this, I think you and I had a conversation about this, and I could be off. I think it was during the off season. We were saying, now if Tyler Smith is playing average, then you move him. But if Tyler Smith is playing great, you keep him. If he's playing good, okay, then you move him. Didn't I have a conversation with you about that, or someone else?
Well, I mean, yeah, but you're not moving him on the sideline.
Oh no.
You still utilize his greatness on the field, but you're improving your overall offensive line.
True that.
That's what I'm saying. You're improving your overall offensive line, because if the 21 tape of Jason Peters, you got power all across your offensive line, and you're not worried about no bullies nowhere in the NFL. You're going to be the bully. Now, again, this does not hurt the development of Tyler Smith at tackle. He has gotten games. You got a whole off season if you're going to move him permanently to left tackle. There's a lot of time for all this, because he's got games. He's got great. As a matter of fact, he's a great offensive lineman. He's great athletically.
Right.
But again, at this particular point in time, you're betting when you say if your practice session shows that your tackle that you brought in, right, is playing well. He's got his feet. He's in shape. You're betting on Farniok.
You hold it. You betting on Farniok. And right
that's
now,
what you bet though when you say that.
Look. Here's the two folds to it though, Coach. If you fool around and kick, let's say you slide Tyler's inside, and he plays bad inside.
If you think he's playing a B+ now, he'd probably be an A++ in guard right now.
That's what we hope, right?
I ain't want to tell you. I ain't even tell you what I hope.
It's gambling though. It's still gambling a little bit.
Law, you ain't gambling with that. The only mistakes that he's making because he's in so much space. If he wasn't in space, you talking about dominant. There's a lot of defensive tackles would never want him in there. No, we just talking about if you watch the mistakes that he has made at tackle are just based off him being in space. If he was in a phone booth, we'll be talking about probably all pro status this year.
That's the only
that's
thing.
How strong and dominant he is in that. Like I would say this: if you look at him at the beginning, he may be a great left tackle.
What if
he may be a Hall of Famer?
I get what you're saying with that one, because I had the whole stance about that. I said right now, La'el Collins was on pace as guard to be pretty much, and people put the butter knife down, but I was saying that he was on pace to be a Hall of Famer guard.
Well, you got a person right now on the Cowboys team,
right? But when
Zach
they kicked,
Martin,
Zach
Martin might have been a great tackle, but he's a Hall of Famer guard.
True.
He came into college from college as being a tackle. He may have been good at tackle, very good, but he's undoubtedly a Hall of Famer guard.
And let me put some perspective to what I'm saying. Collins, when he was, and I know this spilled milk, Collins never gave up a sack at guard when he played it for the Cowboys. Let that sink in. And average yards per play when they ran to his side was more than 5 yards. Now, that's water under the bridge. What if I tell you this, Coach? What if Jason Peters wet the bed at left tackle? Then what would you do?
Oh, you can always go back to where you was at.
That's what I don't want the Cowboys to do. You messing up a wet dream. You messing up a wet dream at this point.
But you're not going. But my thing is this, Law. You have to watch this. Even though you say you don't know, history. Jason Peter got history of doing well at 40 over the 20 years than Matt Forniak has in 2 games.
Now, Matt Forniak is the outlier, right? Like he's been
That's
the
whole
crux.
outlier.
Let me pull up his stuff right quick. Let me pull up his stuff before I let you go, Coach. All right, so here we go right here. We got Matt Forniak, and I know this PFF, you can take it wherever you want to take it, but this dude he's been the weakest link on this defense with his offensive front 5. He's been the weakest link.
Okay.
He's been 22.3. Y'all look at the screen. Yeah, I see all of that. But at the end of the day, we 1-0. We 1-0 with him in this lineup right now, right?
You can always looking to improve. And let me tell you this. This is crazy, man. This is how quick football changes. At the beginning of the season, when we had Tyron Smith hurt, we were saying the offensive line depth was horrible. We bring in one guy, and one guy does fairly well in the Forniak, right? Now, in maybe a couple of weeks when McGovern come back, and if Peters plays well, we're looking at having one of the deepest offensive lines in the NFL.
Right.
Just that fast. We go from, oh man, we horrible, we got no offensive linemen. Now we're looking at have the most versatile, deepest offensive line. And let's just say Tyron Smith does come back week 10. We're probably looking at the most deepest
Coach,
line in the whole league.
Coach, it's been updated. The developing news now is that Peters will make his first start debut tonight. Sources close to the Cowboys, but they will not feature him at left tackle for now. As the first round draft pick Titus Smith continued to grow and to impress, Peters will be on a pitch count to play though, possibly at left guard.
You got to get Peters. You can't. He's a like an old car. You can't let him just. If you got him, you don't work him up to get running. You got to get him. You got to crank him up a little bit. But this is what I'm saying. Like, and let me say this right quick, Law. If they decide to say, hey, let's say Forniak starts leaking a little bit more oil and teams start attacking him more, and you say, well, we need that power in there, and we decide to bring Peters, let Peters play. The experience of being beside Peters is going to help Tyler Smith in the experience of being an offensive lineman completely. Not just the type of that's going to give him experience of being an offensive lineman. And that's going to be valuable in his development because he's already been putting him inside a phone booth. Well, I think we just get crazy because we think tackle and guard and center don't really mean anything.
Right.
But they're very vital until they start blowing up in your face. And then you be like, oh, that. So here it is. If this guy was playing in the phone booth, if you look at the film, he would be dominating people. It would be he probably would grade out. He probably grade out better than your right tackle, right guard.
Well, no doubt, Coach. Man, I appreciate you so much for your thoughts and your wisdom of this game, man. I always listen to you, Coach. I appreciate you. Y'all put your hands together for Coach Marv.
Appreciate you, brother.
That's a good call for Coach Marv, man. There's no time limit to Coach Marv when he call in, ladies and gentlemen. But this developing news is pretty good, man. I love it because I just don't want them to sell it to rookie, right? But I feel what Coach Marv is saying. The ops that we trying to get out the way is this dude right here. Let me just try to blow it up a little bit. And that's Matt Forniak, guys. Matt Forniak, and I know his grades are grades, but it is what it is. We had a super chat, and it was from Cam. He says, put him in the game or what have you. Appreciate you, Cam. And shout out to another super chat from Scott. He said, let Zeke run all over 100, man. Yeah, good Lord. Yeah. basically what he's saying is let Ezekiel Elliott run. Yeah. From the 205, you're live.
Man, what up, Law, man? How you doing,
man? Talk to me, man. You donated to get this spot, man. Talk to me. What's on your heart, man?
Hey, man, first off, man, I just want to say shout out to Cooper Rush. Oh, yeah, the dog's barking.
Oh, that sounds like a little Shih Tzu again, man.
Hey, no, that's a pud. You know, she got on her Cowboys outfit.
Oh, okay.
She got on his Cowboys outfit. You know, they got you know my puds. When I first got her, she loved to sit and watch Zeke play, and then when Zeke get off the field, she go on about her business.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I want to talk about our offense and our defense if I have time.
Go ahead.
I like that. I would like for them to bring Jason Peters on because he's a vet.
Right.
But also, you know, we do have guys like Will Greer and the other guy you was talking about. I really can't call his name.
Sean McEwen.
Yeah, Sean. So when you look when you look at our line, it's no problem with our line. But it's just like when we was talking about Zeke during the first game, how Pollard is not it's not a linebacker built or a running back. No, a running back. I mean, built for blocking. He's a running back for speed. Zeke is that running back for blocking. So you know, just when we go on with our pass action plays or just whatever we run and your line back in the back. Kellen Moore and whoever, we need to become noticeable that they running blitz. We need Zeke out there on this play so he can at least give you a little bit more time or a little bit more protection for Cooper Rush to throw the ball.
Yeah.
So I do think we need to involve Zeke more with blocking and also running because I feel like he can do both. Our offensive line, as far as Tyler Smith, the position that he's in, since he's been in there for the first 2 games, he's been great. We haven't seen no signs of him slacking, but we have seen signs of him growing. And we feel like he can be more growth, definitely for that young rookie right there. And also, when it comes to our defense, we talk about the Lion, Micah Parsons all day. We talk about Trayvon Diggs and also the big play that he made, to at least help us secure the win against Cincinnati. And then not only that, we don't talk a lot about Wilson. Like you said, we should call him, Hitman Wilson, because we don't talk a lot about him.
Because the defense been shining, man. The defense been shining. One more point before I let you rock, man. One more point. Got a lot of people on this line, man. Talk to me.
Okay. And so, I just feel like, he's doing good, but I just want us to understand and want us to believe in our team, understand that we have to work with what we're working with. Like I said, the offense is holding up pretty good. The defense has been extraordinary, and I feel like, if we can just put all our pieces together as a team instead of it just being offense one game, defense the next game, if we can just do it together as a team and it be both offense and defense, man, I feel like we got a long road ahead of us. So, man, appreciate the time, man.
And appreciate you, man. Shout out to the dogs, man. I thank you, man, for calling in, Cam.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, man. Appreciate it.
No doubt, man. No doubt. All right, so Cowboy Nation, hey, we do need to put some pieces together. I think that's the name of the game. The news of, and I can't wait. I'm gonna do a little short video of that as soon as this live is over, going into more details of why this is so important. The Cowboys, we need to establish something, and we need to get the identity now. It can start week 3, but I believe the identity of this team is the defense, but the best marriage to the defense is the run game. And by inserting, like what Coach Marv said, the best 5, by inserting Peters on a chip on a snap count is the start. But I love the fact that they said, hey, this kid is playing well, 73. We're not finna move him up out of there. We're not. we're thinking future, but we're not risking future, right? So I love that, and I get what he's saying. Right now, if Tyler Smith is playing great, then he will be playing Hall of Fame-ish inside. Well, we'll find out down the line. All right, I got my guy, Big Money, Sonny from the 970.
Hey, how
what's
about
good?
them Cowboys?
How about them, baby?
Hey, I've got so much stuff to say, but I'm going to have to make it over time. But one thing I'm anxious, I'm wondering how they're going to game plan against, because all they've been hearing about how Michael Parsons is going to come in there, That's, it's been the hype,
Right.
So it'll be kind of anxious how the Giants, defend against him. But I agree with, because you and Law, when you guys do that round table with all four of you guys, you guys have mentioned this about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago about the jumbo package.
Right.
That will be, one of you mentioned that, but we combine up 7 offensive guys across the
line there, yeah.
On the line offense and just run it down their throat.
Yeah. I mean, the signs are showing that now when you elevate Sean McEwen. He's a hell of a blocker.
Yeah.
So, he's back, yeah. So, yeah.
And Ferguson's going to play, I guess, won't he?
Oh, yeah. Ooh. That's the guy. That's the guy I'm circling on the calendar. I can't wait to see circling on the play sheet tonight.
The Giants and Washington ought to be cakewalks, according to what I'm seeing. Washington ain't going nowhere. Giants, we're going to find out if them 2 wins were, whatever. But I'm anxious to see when we play the Rams and against Philly.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but Philly is looking pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, I hate this. I ain't gonna give you my age, but I've been watching the Cowboys since the late '60s.
Yeah.
I've watched all the games and the greats and stuff, but we're gonna really find out a lot when we play against the Rams and Philly, where our team is.
Yeah, we'll find out. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to say, you're doing a great job, and I'm going to let you go because I know you got a lot of callers.
Sonny, before you go, I gotta hear you say it. I want you to blow my eardrums out with this one, man. Let me hear you say it.
How about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed. That's Sonny, baby. All right. It is what it is. The Eagles right now, the best team in the National Football League for right now. There's no one offensively. It's performing better than them on a clip. Right? Overall, they're the best team. And overall, they display that, right? They make the adjustments even though they haven't scored a touchdown in the second half once everything getting going. But they're third. They tied for third on defense right now. So regardless of how we can say this, the Cowboys must show and present that, hey, yeah, they got the spot for right now, but let me show you what the Cowboys can and do against the Giants. And that's what we got to do. We playing against the Giants, who 31st overall, based upon the first 2 games that they played. 32nd on offense, 27th on defense. But then when we pull up the matchup report, we're not that far off from them. We're not. Points per game, of course, first game threw off all of those numbers, and it's hard to gauge off of 2 games. Points allowed, both 18 apiece. Total yards, 305 for us, 352 for them. Passing, we are better than that category. Rushing, they are better than us in that category. Yards allowed, 326 for us, 325 for them. Passing yards allowed, mirroring each other, 205 for us and 205 for them. The exact same yards allowed. And then rushing yards allowed, 120 and 119. That's how everything kind of like unfolds. So I'm not looking at the Giants and taking it lightly, but I'm telling you, the best thing that you can do for the Giants is punch them right in their mouth. Don't help them up. They are a team that plays through the echoes of the whistle. That week 1, The Titans was up 13-0 on them. And who won that game? The Giants. So even if we go 17-0 on them, don't let up. Continue. Don't get too cute, Kelly Moore. From the 214, you're live. 214 twice, 3 times. I'll let my guy know he going to pick up from the 409. What's on your mind?
What's up, my man? How you doing?
I'm well, Poindexter, man. Talk to me, man. What's on your mind?
Check it out, man. I appreciate your play-by-play with the last game, but I finally got to see the game Saturday night.
Yeah.
And, I know you listen to a lot of people, and I know you don't remember what everybody said,
Uh-huh.
But that first 4th down play, I'm looking, I was like, okay, here come the 5-yard hitches.
Uh-huh.
And what they do, send Noah Brown up the field.
Yeah.
All the defensive backs stopped right there at that 5-6 yard mark, and he just walked right past them.
Yeah.
Now, running the ball, he's running the ball. I don't know why Zeke is coming out the game, man, but Zeke need to be in every play. Caller alluded to him being a better blocking pass plays. So please don't get a defense a look to say if Zeke is in the backfield, they're gonna definitely throw the ball, because a lot of teams they key on things like that.
Right.
Now y'all talked a lot about the offensive line. I just want a unit that's better than the sum of its parts. I don't really care what parts you have. We got a lot of players, but that unit. Once we get that unit, we'll be able to dominate with that run game.
Mm-hmm.
I love my boy Donovan Wilson. I think he's just bringing that thump to that defense. Micah Parsons is Micah Parsons, nothing I say about that. But the game plan, they took their shots last week. Take your shots, run the ball, don't be so predictable on offense, play that thumping defense. We get another W. I think we finished with preseason now, so we should probably see just about what we're gonna have this year. We got a lot of players that's gonna come back from injury and stuff. So we got a long season to go, man, and I'm enjoying every bit of it.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm gonna say it before I leave. How about them Cowboys?
That's my guy, Poindexter, man. Yeah, that was a good conversation with him. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Let's jump on over to the 903. You're live.
What's up, Lo?
What's good with you? Talk to me, man. Talk to me. What's on your heart?
Johnny Gamble over here in East Texas.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to you.
I know I said it earlier in the week, but they ain't gonna get a touchdown. I'm starting to renege already. I'm gonna give them one.
Okay.
Give them one touchdown and 2 field goals.
Uh-huh.
That's my prediction for the Giants. I believe we're going to beat them, and I think we're going to beat them with like a score, say, 26.
Oh, wow.
I'm just throwing some numbers out. I really do. I think we're going to get at least 1 field goal. I mean, we got a kicker. We're going to use them. And I really do think we're going to do good.
Okay, I appreciate you, man. No doubt, man. Thank you for calling in, fam. I lost him or something like that. All right, so, as my guy Jordan Schultz just reported, left guard for Jason Peters tonight. He's been on the money. I know he get a lot of heat from local Dallas people, but Jordan Schultz is real close to the NFL news. And, he may be off here and there, but I would trust his judgment 95 to 96% of the time here. And he says left guard for Jason Peters. And I truly believe that this offensive line just became a little bit better. I showed you guys what Matt Forniak looked like as it relates to, and I know if you want to go back and forth with PFF gradings and things like that, but let me pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up all the way. PFF, and I got the Matt Forniak. Okay, give me 1 second here. And what I want to really pull up is pressure allowed. Yeah. So contextualizing all what I got to with this right here, this is Matt Forniak. You could do whatever you want with gradings, right? But we looking at pass block snaps, 83, run blocks, 40, hits allowed, 5, and total pressures allowed is 12. And that's from the inside. The quickest way to a quarterback is from the inside. 12. I showed you guys that in the last 3 games, or last 2 games, at the edge, left tackle, Tyler Smith, 3 pressures in 1 hurry. Three is a long way from 12, ladies and gentlemen. 3 is a long way from 12. All right, so let's go from Aaron from Long Beach, man. Come on, jump on in from the 562. You live.
Law, what's the deal, man? How you doing today?
What's good with you, man? Talk to me. What's on your heart, man?
Well, I'm kind of liking the Peters to the guard.
Yeah.
I like that, so hopefully that helps out our running game. Cause, last week was it Forniak that was the lineman that was at guard.
Yeah.
And he ended up letting that defender get through and blowing up the run game we had with Zeke.
Right.
So I think Peters may be stronger and maybe smarter in the run game.
Yeah.
So that's gonna really help us out on tonight. And I got the score maybe 17-9.
Right.
But so far, that defense been holding the team to like 3 points throughout the whole 3 quarters. If we can get off the field in the 4th, we're gonna hold them to 3.
Yeah.
So I mean, anything to pick on? Donald Wilson is hitting.
Right.
I said the X factor tonight's game is gonna be Van Der Esch on defense.
Yeah.
Sparks is gonna do what he do. Everybody else on the line is gonna do what they do. The X factor is gonna be Van Der Esch. Can he secure that middle of the field? Can he, put a hit on Saquon? So he won't just, run free. Like we all know Saquon can hit a home run, but he's only good for 1 home run.
No doubt, Aaron. Hey, you bringing in such a good point. They said copy that. Copy.
Copy that. Yeah, love.
Appreciate you so much for calling in, fam.
Indeed, man.
Yes, indeed. That's Aaron, man. Yeah, my guy Aaron. They said copy that, That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. We got people calling in from their lunch break over here, baby. Or on the job. It don't matter. Y'all calling in to the nation. Copy that, baby. What's up? Yes, indeed. People calling in from their lunch break. Appreciate y'all, man. Hit that like button. Share this content. She's a queen to be. You're live, baby. What's good?
You get better with that every time.
I thought I was going to choke a little bit on it, but I said, let me go ahead and hit it all the way through.
That was perfect. Especially that rise and fall at the end.
Yeah,
you got that.
Yeah.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them bring some energy in this thing, baby?
Oh, yeah. And I am at work, and I will call you at work on the toilet or whatever it is. I'm going to call in. You know what I'm
talking about.
Yeah. I'm expecting Parsons to have an excellent game tonight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And as long as the offense does majority of runs, get in there and run the ball, and keep that defense out the field as much as possible. Because what happens is, the defense is doing their job.
Right,
they're holding those teams to mere field goals, barely getting the field goals.
Right.
But it's only so much you can do. There is a limit to everything and everyone. So if the offense is constantly 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. You're tiring out your defense.
Right.
And making them vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? So we need to run the ball. 3 times 5 is a first down plus.
First down,
baby.
Saying? Yeah, 3 times 5 is first down.
That's right. So I don't know what the deal is with Kellen Moore. You know, it's like he's looking for an orgasm for the pass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, that's crazy, man. You're making progressions.
Right.
With the running game, doing a great job. I don't care if it's slow. I don't care if it's boring. It is old-fashioned, in the gut football.
Yo.
And that's what we need to play every game. Every game.
Y'all listen to the Queen.
Tell them what? That's right, with the Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's all I had, y'all.
Oh, that's all you got? Okay, that's all good.
That's all I got,
let me hear you say it then.
Let them hurry, Cowboy Nation.
Yes, indeed, man. Y'all got to let me Yeah, baby. Shoot. Queen be on it, baby. Queen be on it. From the 757, you're live, baby.
What's going on, Lord?
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me, man. What's on your heart?
Man, listen, first of all, it's my first time calling in, and I want to just say big up to you, shout out to you. I love the show. I love all your boys, you know what I'm saying? Boxman Body, Big Game James, you know what I'm saying? Just want to shout everybody out since I got the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I want to shout everybody out in Cowboy Nation. Your live feed be going ham, man.
Appreciate it.
Shout out my boy, Jalen Body.
Yeah.
Look, I think tonight Mike going to do something special. You know they got Lawrence Taylor supposed to be out there on the sideline watching the game.
Right.
We got Mike Gallup coming back. So I believe we got an opportunity to show some things on offense, you know what I mean? But that defense, you already know they come in live, pack of lions. That's what Mike Parsons calls it, pack of lions. You know what I'm saying? They're going crazy.
They coming, man.
But yeah, that's all I really had to say, man. I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, shout out to everybody out, you know what I mean? We having a party, Cowboy Nation.
Man, hello. We going to have a party, fam. I appreciate you, man. What's your name, man, first time caller?
I'm Mike Sosa.
Mike Sosa, man, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in, man. We needed you to call in today just to give us these type of praises, man. They don't go unheard, man. Everybody's hearing right now, and I appreciate you all the way, fam. Salute.
Man.
Yeah, that's a good call from him, man. All right, man, from the 346, you in the mix?
What's up, man?
Nothing chilling, man. Talk to me, man. What's on your heart?
Man, so Dallas Cowboys, man, you know, that's my team, man. It's been I used to play the Little League with them, and ever since then, you know, I really ain't know much football. You know, once I seen that star on my helmet, I started to be a fan. And throughout these years, you know, I've seen a lot of, you know, excitement and disappointment with the team. Even when I used to watch with Tony Romo, man. But what I can say is I love this squad.
Yeah.
The uniform, the color, the fan base. I just feel like we need way more energy on the side of the offense and defense.
Okay.
And after all of the years we've been upset, like say for instance, specific plays that upsetted us through the past years. We need to remember those plays. We need to remember those moments and carry that same energy we had when we was vulnerable and we really wanted those plays back. We need to carry that same energy through this game and the next game and the next game. I feel like we really be ready, but mentally we're really not there, and we need to be there.
Okay.
And that's the only way we can be able to
you talking about from the fan base or the players on the sideline?
No, just the players itself, you know, because because, I mean, we go against these big teams, and it's always kind of, offsides and all these penalties that we have to, deal with.
Yeah.
And that's something that I know we can get right as a team. We have when you look at the locker room, they look like they are getting along.
Yeah.
It's a good fan base. Like, it's the Dallas Cowboys, America's team. So with all the negative energy from disappointments and everything, we need to just build up and get together, get our mind right as the boys, and put on a show every weekend and out. Stop the penalties, stop the everything, man. It just I don't know, man. We got to do something, man. But it got to start in the locker room. They got to start right.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in, fam. Thank you. What's your name again, fam?
My name's Julius, man. I'm from Houston, Texas, man. That's like I said, I'm from Houston, Texas, but I've been a Dallas fan for a long time. I'm 27, finna be 28 on the 29th of this month.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really wish Dallas, because Zeke, he's a good running back, but I want him to be a star. You got all these other teams building, and they building. We have these so-called superstars on the Dallas Cowboys. They are so-called to me now. They are so-called because I want them to be great. They do. Cowboys.
No doubt, Julius, man. I appreciate you so much, man. Like yeah, that's a good call from Julius, man.
All right.
That's a good call from him, man. Moxie is what he's looking for, right? Like when the 49ers, and my brother owed me that shot, baby. The 49ers lost last night. He owed me that good shot. But I ain't going to gloat too much because we got to play tonight. Y'all know I want to gloat. But when old boy Debo walked out with the super gremlins, you know what I'm saying? Super villains, whatever, super villains. I feel it, that type of energy. I think the Carolina Panthers used to walk out with a damn battle axe or something like that, or baseball bat intimidations, right? Banging the doggone thing. And we see now in Miami, what's this guy named Tyreek Hill? He got the blue blockers on, the shades or what have you. So we see that. Also, I hate to say this, but those Eagles, they fool around, score a touchdown, and now they got a whole Batman cape that they put on, and they walking around with the Batman cape, So those things, it brings a lot of excitement, and that's just what it is. I don't think like we had something, and I was like, nah. It was like, I ain't gonna say it was corny, but it was like, all right, with the Hot Boys logo, Hot Boys hat, shirt, and trinkets, you know what I'm saying? And then excluding Sean Lee out of it. And Sean Lee was like, well, hey, I want to be a hot boy too, Hot Boys and everything. But collectively, when we watched the game, we was like, Hot Boys. But Taco Charlton started that, Taco started the Hot Boys, and D-Law took it and ran with it, and I was like, all right, cool. It was kind of, I ain't going to say corny, but it was weird, a little bit. Like, we wanted Cowboys, but I hope that we come up with something just that's unique to us that we can rock with, But it is what it is. Shout out to those boys, man. Let Gina in the house from the 615. You live, baby.
Yes, I will not be disrespecting your platform today. You said make it quick. I'm going to make it quick. This is Turn Up Monday, Cowboy Nation. Turn Up Monday. We got this We got this tonight, okay?
Yeah.
I just had to call in. I'll just give them a little up something, and this thing just got real.
You did.
What was that you just hit up about Peter?
Yeah, Peters, he would now be your left guard, according to sources.
Yeah, this thing just got real, y'all. Just got real, Cowboy Nation. So they pump tonight, and come tonight, them Cowboys gonna get this thing on, man.
Yes.
Y'all be ready for it.
Yes, indeed.
We got it. So I just
ain't gonna be disrespectful. I'm gonna be obedient. I'm gonna be obedient. Cause I want to stay with the nation. I ain't trying to be obedient. I don't want to get deemed for nothing. So Cowboys, y'all keep it real. Let's get this victory tonight, and let's go Cowboys!
Woo! Yes, indeed, man. Hey, if y'all watching right now and you have not, I'm talking about smash that like button, share this content.
Shame.
What are you doing with yourself?
Shame.
What are you doing?
Shame.
All right, man, we're going to keep this line open for about another 5 minutes, and anybody that's in here, you stay locked in. But anybody else, they're going to be locked out. I got my guy, man, from the VIP section of the Cowboys room. You're live.
Lord VIP, baby.
Woo.
Lord, it's game day. I'm getting my preparation. You know what, Lord? Because we used to play football, I don't know about you, but I'm a creature of, I don't even want to call it, man. You know when you got to go through the same ritual on game day, like you playing a game. I got my jersey laid out. Right. I got my scarf like you. I got my bandana ready. I am fully mentally prepared.
Right.
Is our OC taking that same preparation, Law?
That my friend, I don't know. You know, we need a level of consistency with this offensive coordinator. Hopefully, we go into this day, they craft out the first 17 to 20 plays, and then we get right back on it. That's what we need to do. We do.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. So I need, if he knows 17 plays is what he scripted out, I need him to come with 2 scripts for the second half.
Oh, yeah. Second half, yeah. Yeah,
you got to have 2. So you got 2. So if they're countering with this, that's your second counter.
Right.
That's the only thing our OC has a problem with. I know you want me to be short and sweet, Law, but you know it's hard for me to be short and sweet. Micah is going for 4 sacks. I'm up in my 2 to 4 today. Okay? We're going to up that.
You going for 4
Turn
sacks?
Up will get a game-changing play today as well.
Okay.
I'm not even going to talk about the other guys on that green side because I know everybody want to crown them. After 3 weeks, people are ready to crown somebody, bruh. I'm not impressed. That's all I'm gonna say.
What else you got?
And after that, Law, I'm gonna leave out with this, Law. I love my girl's energy, but how about them Cowboys? Let's go, Law. Let's get this blood, baby.
What is your profession?
Yes, indeed.
This is Sparta! Are you not entertained?
Let's go, baby. Hey, let's go, baby. I got my guy. Who else we got here? Maybe waiting here from the 936. You're live, and then Montana, you're next. So 936, you're in the mix. Turn me up.
What's good, Law? What's good, man?
What's good, man? What's good with you, fam? Talk to me, man.
Oh, man, it's a blessing. Man, the O-line is good now. Them put Peters at guard is good.
Let's go. Yeah, good.
Like you said, that'll teach Tyler, you know what I'm saying, how to really come off them blocks when the guard need help. And but in the same side, that O-line good to me right now.
Okay. Reinforcements time, man. What I want, Hen, is this right here, Hen. Every week we get better than what we were the first week.
Oh, yeah.
And what we were the second week, and what we were the third week. You should want to get better in every shape, form, or fashion on the field. And that's what we looking at.
But tonight, you will see improvement on the left side. Watch, Law. You will see improvement on the left side. And the score will be 24-14 Cowboys. Let's go. Let's go.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in. I got my guy, man, from the 301. You're live again, baby.
What's up, Laura?
What's good with you, man? Jeff, shout out to you.
My score is 24-6. And I want to ask you, Did you get my address?
I didn't get it, man. Did you? Where did you send it to? My Twitter? Did you go to my website? Where did you send it to me from?
I'm putting it on your Facebook comments.
Oh, comments. All right, I'll try to sift through there, man. Look, man, Facebook comments get wild, man. Facebook is really wild for me. It takes me forever to find it out down that way.
I'm putting it on your Facebook. But my score is 24-6. And my key to stop Saquon Barkley is Donovan Wilson is going to be up on around the line of scrimmage. And I think you're going to make some impact tackles along with Van Der Esch. And Law, I just want to say, I think we need to go up top to Gallup and let him show his leaping ability. I know he's just coming off an injury, right? But we know he can go up in the air and get the ball. So I think we surprise them with them because they're not going to be expecting that. They're going to be expecting Zeke. And I think we need to do the play action with Zeke and throw it up top to Gallup and that'll get him in the game. Lord, that's one of my keys. And the other key, we just need to attack them because we know the offensive line this week. We just need to attack them strong. But like I said, my score is 24-6. They ain't going to get no touchdown. They're going to get 6 points. That's it.
No doubt, man. That's my guy, man. Let them know who you are again. Let them know everything, fam, before we let you roll.
Well, how about the Cowboys? And this is D for DC. And like I told you, Cowboy Nation, 24-6, take it to the bank. Okay?
Yes, indeed, baby. $44-6. Montana 615. You're live, baby.
Hey, y'all know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know who it is.
Yeah.
And I on some real stuff, man. So we Super Bowl champions after 3 games.
Oh, you finna pluck some feathers, man. You got some feathers. You got some feathers you ready to pluck, huh? Go ahead. Bring out the shovel, man. We're gonna pop open the champagne bottles and everything. Talk to me, man.
Right. Hey, so the Giants are Super Bowl caliber after 2 games.
Yeah.
Okay. I know.
Talk to him, man.
I know, yeah. I don't know, bro. All I gotta say is, all these so-called elite teams, I haven't seen them since 99 and back since 99.
Right.
1999. There has not been one super elite team where no team in the league can't beat them.
Okay.
I don't care how many Super Bowls the Patriots went to, they were beatable.
Right.
Packers, beatable. Giants, beatable. Rams, beatable. Bucks, beatable. All these teams are beatable.
No doubt.
I don't understand why people are clowning teams after 3 games. Y'all see what the Dolphins did to the Bills?
Right.
I told y'all, if the Bills cannot run the ball, they will not go anywhere. I told people, if the Chiefs cannot run the ball, they will not go anywhere. I don't care how Mahomes looks. I don't care how Josh Allen looks. You can have the greatest arm in the world. If your team doesn't step up for you, you go nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All I got to say is the defense will stop Saquon Barkley. They did it before, and they never had a defense like this. I just looked at his stats. The only time Saquon actually went off, he was only averaging 2.9 yards in that game, and the only reason why he got 100 yards in that game is that one big run that he's good for.
He good for a good one. Yeah, he good for a big one. You ain't lying, man. God, no, he good for a big one.
The conference has been locked.
No, but that one run,
right?
After that, he disappears. He don't like to block. He's scared of contact. I've been seeing it since his freshman year at Penn State.
No doubt, my time.
You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got to say, man. Again, I'm going to stick with my same score, 20-10. Maher with the late field goal to put the game away.
No doubt. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Go Cowboys, man. That's my guy, man. All right, we rushing right along. We got, I believe, 3 in the bucket, okay? All right, so we got the 817. You live. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
It's the 817?
Yeah, 817. You live, man. You talking
to
the nation.
Bob? What's up, man?
Yes, indeed,
hey,
man.
Bro,
What's
I've
good?
been watching you for a while, man. Hey, salute. I'm from the SIP, too.
Mm-hmm.
But,
okay.
My question to you, I want to know who we got starting at tight end tonight. Because I think Dalton Schultz been hurt. And here in the past few years, we've been killing the Giants with our tight ends.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, when we had Jarwin went off. Schultz went off last year, and year before last. I'm just saying, I think our tight end position going to be key tonight. I really do.
It's going to be time for my guy Jake Ferguson. I think that he's a well-polished tight end, even though he's a rookie. But we've seen what rookies can do. Jelani Woods, you remember him?
Yes,
I'll bang it on the table, dog. I'll bang it on the table.
Yes,
and I said, man, I would have won. My first mind was saying the coach was going to give the Chiefs an L, right? But I said, man, I do this pick'em show with my brother. He from the SIP too. You know how it goes. And I said, man,
I know. I watched it, bro. I've been picking up for years.
I should have picked the Colts, man. But you can say at any given moment these rookies can pop off, and I think Jake Ferguson is going to pop off tonight, man.
Ferguson.
Oh yeah.
I listened to you during the preseason. You was high on him and Hendershot.
Yeah.
I like both of them.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Hendershot, if he didn't get into those troubles that he got into in college, he probably would have been drafted before Ferguson. Just saying.
Yeah, he wouldn't went much higher than what he did.
Yeah, much higher. Yeah. But we'll find out,
yes,
man,
sir.
tonight.
Yes,
tonight, if these boys are ready for
I'm
it.
ready for tonight, man. I've been waiting all day for Monday, ever since yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm ready to get it. Like I said, I think our tight end is going to be the key, and I hope Ferguson come through. But I'm also looking for Noah Brown to have another big game with Gallup coming back, because I know that's going to take a little bit more pressure off of Noah.
Yeah.
And it's going to take pressure off of CD.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for Noah to have another big game, and I'm looking for our tight ends to actually get loose in this game as well as our run game. So I'm not worried about the defensive why I didn't mention them. I'm looking for them to hold them down, maybe like 10 points.
Right.
I think that's all they're going to score. But I'm hoping our offense can get at least 20 points. That's what I'm looking for.
Man, what we looking for it's just to be dominant on defensive side, and then our offense do their thing. I appreciate you for calling in. What part of the SIP you from, fam? Or the 82 counties out there? Which part of the SIP you from?
I'm down there by Claiborne County and Jefferson County, a little small town, man. If you blink your eye, you'll miss it.
Oh, okay, Claiborne. Yeah. I've been down that way. Yeah. But appreciate you, man.
Round there by Vicksburg and Natchez.
Oh, you already know we have some fun out there. You ever been to that club? They're like a little right outskirts of Alcorn, that little pink little trailer club. You been out that way?
You talking about the Old Country Store?
Yeah, Old Country Store. You been out that way?
Yeah, my man owns the country store, man. Mr. D, yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, man, boys.
Yes, sir.
Boy,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Boy, we have some fun down that way, man. All right, man, I'll let you go, man. I ain't going to tell too much, man. But all right, bro, you have a good one, man.
I know.
I know what type of person he is now. Yeah, baby. Man, look, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. There are clubs, then there are clubs, man. Like, literally, in Mississippi, there are certain clubs, man, that don't close. Like you in there, you partying Saturday. It's Sunday morning when the sunlight is up. And then you staggering, you trying to get back to the crib, you know. and then this is no slight or shade at the people with DUIs and everything. But 9 times out of 10, if you get pulled over, you be like, hey, Tyrone, man, I see you at church, man, in a few. You know, it's one of those things, man, because Natchez is big. Well, Mississippi is big, but it's small. It's big state, but it's small in population-wise. And you 9 times out of 10 know the person. They pull you over, or you stumbling inside the building or the house. Grandma hit you upside the head, and you better be in church that next day or that same day. Don't care what you smell like. You gonna get into that church. Hole in the wall, Keith Floyd. Yeah. You already know, man. From the 856, you in the mix.
Yeah, what's up, Law?
Yeah, what's good with you, man? Talk to me, man. What's on your heart?
What's on my heart? I live right outside Philadelphia, over here in dirty Jersey.
Oh, wow.
So I'm dealing with these Fugazi Eagles fans. But we're going to let them ride with that. You know what I mean? We just got to focus on tonight. Come out and play some smash mouth football.
Yeah.
No trick plays, nothing pretty, man. Just come out and play to win the game. Hello?
Yeah.
Play to win the game.
Yeah.
So they can't come out with Kellen Moore trying to do this, trying to do that, trick plays here, trick plays there. Just come out, run that ball, smack them around, escape from New York with the W. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that's what we got to do, man. So I know everywhere you go now, it got to be a sea of green, right? All right, sea of green
That's
here
it.
and there. But you still walk around with your Cowboys hoodie, with your Cowboys gear on, right? You ain't folding up.
Rocking that star all day, baby.
Rocking the star,
Rocking that
man.
star.
So we play some good old football tonight, and then establish our dominancy. You know, then they would know the Cowboys, we are here to stay. Hey, the Eagles might think that they got a Cadillac seat in this thing, but we're gonna let them know. We're gonna let them know, and I can't wait to week 6 when we play them. But be physical, yeah.
That's it. What goes up must come down, and they're
Yes,
gonna come
indeed.
down, bro.
Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate you for calling in, fam.
Thank you, bro. Take care.
Yes, indeed. That's a good call from him. Yes, indeed. Be physical, but we can't outspeak our wisdom teeth, right? We got to play the Giants tonight, then Washington team. And I was thinking, Danny Jones, he hold on to that ball. He hold on to that ball by 3.5 seconds. This defense about to get it, baby. This defense about to get it. Jay Worthy from the 267. You live. Talk to me, Jay.
Know I'm live from the 215. Law, what's up?
Oh, yeah. What's good with you, man? Talk to me, man.
Hey, man, listen. Can I ruffle some feathers, Law?
Man, ruffle them. Ruffle them, man. Oh, and how was the anniversary, by the way, before we go?
Oh, Law, listen. It was lovely. My family treated me to the Chart House yesterday. I was on the Delaware Avenue with the beautiful view, eating shrimp, lobster, and steak. And guess who was in there, came in there with us?
Oh, who came in there?
Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh, man, Big Sam, man. Oh, yeah, that's phenomenal,
came in there
man.
with his family. You know, he had a show there. You know, because, you know, the casino right there. So, I mean, my family treated us good, man. They bought me some MTM sneakers, man. I love my in-laws, man. They treated us special, man.
Oh, so the in-laws treated boy, you slide over your.
I must be doing something right.
When the in-laws treat you out, you know you done got it. You know you got in good, man. So 9 months from now, you be having an addition to your family, right? Yeah.
You know we just got an addition. I got to step back for a second. I got to make sure the finances in place.
And no Nick Cannon over here. Nick Cannon out here trying to fill the world up with his, you know.
Nick Cannon got that wild out paper. I ain't trying to wild out.
All right, man. What you got for tonight, man? Look. A lot of people don't know, man. But man, you be bringing a lot to the table, man. And man, we all love it, man. But what you got for tonight, man?
Listen. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers real quick. So I'm here in Philly. I'm hearing it all day, all night. So I'm listening to the radio stations because I have to. Coworkers got them on. They over here talking about Jalen Hurts is better than Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson, and Matthew Stafford. They already done crowned the man after 3 weeks. Like he doing everything for the team. And then, like you said, I'm watching them put on Batman capes. Oh, y'all want to be the Dark Knight. Oh, we got a drop for y'all. You think darkness is your ally.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally.
Uh-huh.
You know what? What? They've been watching Law Nation. That's why they went and got them doggone capes. They think that.
Law, come on, you can't tell me.
It's too present. I never thought of this, man. I never thought of it. I told him about my place. I never thought of that, man. See, that's why you called in.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Let's go, baby. Come on, man.
Lions hunt in the dark, baby. Lions hunt in the dark.
Ooh, wee.
And so I'm sitting here, I'm listening, I'm watching, I'm like, listen, we just gonna let them put themselves in the air. We just gonna kick away the chair. That's it.
Yeah.
91 points. Remember that?
Uh-huh.
So I'm looking at the whole entire thing. So I'm sitting back, and I'm saying, okay, they 3-0, Giants 2-0, and they praising them. I remember when we was 3-0, and they was like, oh, the Cowboys haven't played nobody. They didn't impress me. They don't impress me. I'm saying, okay, Detroit, Minnesota, Washington. And they crowning them.
Yeah.
I said, this game, you can tell how the league hate us so much. They love the storyline, Law, because they eating off of it.
They eating,
but
boy.
Guess what?
What we got?
But guess what? I'm sitting back and I'm like, listen, we hunting. Because that defense, they don't want to give us credit. You know, they sit back talking, about, what's Dak Prescott going to look like coming back? And listen, let's talk about now. You see that defense out there? You think the Eagles got 10 sacks yesterday off of Carson Wentz? Oh, my goodness. Wait till they feel us. Wait with Danny Dimes, 3.1 seconds you see holding that ball?
Yes, indeed.
I feel sorry for him. Pray for that man. I'm thinking 31-10. What you thinking, Law?
Oh, man, I give it a little later on tonight right for my pregame show. But, man, I appreciate you for this conversation. I never really thought of it until you entertained my mind with it. Man, I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, baby, listen. Great minds think alike, baby. You brought it to me. So I'm bringing it back to you.
Appreciate you, Jay Worthy, man. Thank you. But let me hear you say it before I let you roll, though, man. Let me hear you say it.
Cowboys Nation, Law Nation, stand up. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, baby. Oh, my gosh, man.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Ooh, we sure was, man. Oh my gosh, man, what will I pay money to see my my entire defensive lineman to walk out that mug week 6 with the vain goddamn mask on? That would just really. That will really set the tone if them boys just come out there, with the bang mask on, baby. Oh my goodness, baby. That will really
Oh, you think darkness is your ally.
That would be so dope, man. If my D would just walk out there, man, my defensive lineman just walk out there with the bang mask on. Baby, I'm telling y'all, it will be lights out. No, I said they walk out there with the damn mask on. That didn't slip, y'all. Shit. Yeah, what y'all think I said? They walk out there with the damn mask on, and then they walk out there and
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?
Man, that was set it off on this thing all the way, baby. Shout out to you, Holly, man. Thank you for the donation. He says, bro, where you learn these sayings from. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm from Mississippi, man, and we get things going the best way possible, man. You got to be from the SIP, man. We say things, it's just what it is, baby. Yeah, let's go, Cowboy Nation. All right, so here's the thing. I'm gonna give me something to eat, and I'll be back, man, for another episode. It'll be a short clip of me explaining basically Peters and what he do and everything of that nature. I can't wait to see how this team really is going to rock with this information. But I appreciate each and every last one of you all, especially those who tuned in earlier. This is what we do. Cowboy Nation, without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, tonight's game should be a hell of a game. It should be a situation that these boys show who they are. They got to play with the mindset knowing that every drive count. There's no savior on this team that's going to fall out of the sky. Each one teach one. Each of these guys got to show up and show out. Gallup is out. This is from Leroy. I feel you, fam. I don't have the active report. Let me see if I can find it right quick. I'm going to see, because normally, let me see, John Machota. Let me see if he got anything on that. Jans Wink Martindale. I'm saying Martindale. I don't see much from him about that. I'm going to wait. Maybe 105.3 The Fan is talking about that. Let's see. Calvin says the source tells him, let me see if you guys can see this. Bam. He says the source tells him that Gallup need another week before getting activated. So, he won't be activated. He'll be inactivated tonight. Don't rush Gallup. I want to see Michael Gallup, but don't rush him. Don't sit out here and rush the man. And the thing is, the season is so long. This will be our third game of the season. The man came back from an ACL tear, and you don't want to rush the man. Let's not rush it, Cowboy Nation. Let's not do that. Rest this boy up, and let's get out there, and let's get this thing going the best way possible. For those who are out there, and we got parlays, we got a whole bunch of stuff that can help you out in the long run as it relates to that. If you do that, I'm going to send a link over, and you can use my code, promo code LAW, and they'll match up to $100 with you and get things going that way. I really don't do a lot of sponsorships like this, but here it is right here, underdog. I look at us as the underdog, right, in any game, because it's always the Cowboys versus the team, plus the officials, plus the 3-letter network. They all pick against us every time. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's continue to grind. Click that link right there, right, to get your $100, if you decide to go with the underdogs. Let's get it, Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate everybody for jumping in. I'll be back a little later on, but for those who don't know, the name is Law Nation. We talk Cowboys, sports talk, and beyond. And we will be talking about Jason Peters in a little bit. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. This is what we up against, right? And they still have the matchup, from what I can see, more favorable to the Giants. That's okay. Let them keep that energy there. Let them keep it right there. Because I come here to tell you that this team, ain't nothing on paper can save you. Let me see some flame emojis in the chat if you can. This tape, the media, what they say can't save you. But dog it, what you present on the field can. Defense. Told people before, I'm not satisfied with the 8th ranked defense, nor am I satisfied being 15th in special teams, 30th in offense. Those are all good numbers, by the way. When you contextualize numbers, one can argue that they are bad. But what I want is to be number 1. The mindset need to be set right now. Through pain, we're going to deliver it. Through pain, we're going to show it to you. Through pain, we're going to show no mercy. That's what we need to bring to the table tonight. A lot of people counted us out before the season even kicked off. A lot of people say, hey, there go those Cowboys once again. Shout out to you, Sadiq. We appreciate you. Out of the nights that cover me, black as a pit from pole to pole. I thank God for my unconquerable soul. Right? That's the mindset that we should have right now. I tell people this all the time. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind for it, if you will simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence, stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty or famish or fame, or sickness of body or frame can turn you away from the thing you want. Y'all listen up. If dogged and grim and besiege and beset it, with the help of Almighty you will get it. I like this saying by Jim Rowan. Yes, Gallup is out. That's old news now. We got 48 other guys that's going to be out there delivering the plane tonight. But like what Jim Rowan said, when the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. Right? Let's formulate our mind to it, baby. Shout out to you, Sheila Neal. Shout out to you, Paul. Appreciate you, Iceberg Q. Let's go. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. DC for life, not for short. We locked in, cell block 80 over here, baby. Let me know where you from. DC for life. Let's get it. Come on. Imitated but never duplicated around here, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Cowboys Experience. Let's roll with them, baby. Yeah.
Nowadays, nothing really is ice. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she ice. Freeze, photo, please.
951, baby. Let's get it.
Hit the door and the domain just
super chat. Shout out to you, Hotel.
If you're down in my management, I'm just
Scott
rolling up a way till I open
Cam. Shout out to you, Holly.
Talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you
King, appreciate you, and Choctaw, Montana. Shout out to y'all, man. One love. Shout out to the people. I really appreciate y'all so much that's on the Facebook, helping me grow the Facebook page to 32,000. Appreciate y'all so much for helping me out. Shout out to you, Cons. Appreciate you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Sean Mack, thank you as well. Let's go. Come on.
I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days. I might make it rain today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul.
Never.
Heard your whole team was for sale.
Not
Heard
ours.
it's on the market for the low.
Come
Who
on.
the realest, we might never
Y'all know who the
on
realest
this
is.
acting, you gon'
Come
play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up. Ooh. Now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food. Now you're all on live acting surprised, but you was fooled.
Oh my God,
Get out
man.
the way, it's been a day, now you're old news. Now you got the pen and pad, you're trying to take my moves. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze.
I was born in it.
Turn me up again.
Jeez. No, please, no photos. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. Jeez. No, please, no photos.
Come on. Appreciate y'all. Nation, stand tall, baby. Shout out to you for the super chat. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to you, Akeem. Thank you so much for that. And on top of that, let's slow it down for everyone. Y'all know how this goes. Down, boy. Them dogs everywhere, baby. Get them dogs down. Come on. Hey. Appreciate you, William. Appreciate you so much, man. Yep.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out. Breathe you
Illmatic in the house.
yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite.
Wait for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too.
Lisa!
Don't let the street lights lead you
All alone. Let me show y'all how Lisa dances.
know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do.
That's Lisa right there. Let's go. Come on.
7 years of a perfect love. 7 more and another
And another one.
and another one. I think you was the one I loved.
Until next time, Cowboy Nation. We help out.
Don't let the street lights
hit you all alone. It's dangerous.
You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Law Nation.
Don't let the street lights hit you.
Stand behind it, guarantee. They know that. Even if they don't know me anymore, they know the chairman of General Mills.
I'll follow wherever you go.
No, he's that